Hello, and welcome back to Project Eden's Garden. On the last episode, we ended up on the actually, because we believe, the extension cord was used as a pulley system is the best way to describe it, to drop the lithium battery into the water. I may have been stupid and said lithium's a liquid. I've at least been told otherwise. But, yay me. Hurry. Anyway, yeah. So, this just indicates that it was someone from the game tournament. We know it's not Grace, so that's 7 people left. We know it wasn't me and Kai, naturally. So that's 5. We've got 5 suspects. Eva, Mark, Jet, John, and Cassidy. I mean, out of them, we know definitely that Eva knows about the generator room. We know Jet and Cassidy have explored. Have they? Have they not explored the storage rooms to get items? So, yeah. John's helping out too much in the trial. I don't know. I feel like if he was the killer, he wouldn't. And I don't know. I'm not calling Mark lazy, but I don't think he's got the motive. Well, I guess, like, even with the motive of escape, I don't think he's got the motive. Anyway, if you insert the cord through the boiler room vent first, it's possible to fit the cord through. Let us continue.
You just need to start with the internal plug.
Hooray!
The cords in storage closet D have a slim internal end. This can easily be slid through the gaps in the vent.
So, does it satisfy your curiosity, Ulysses?
Once the killer ties the cord around the dining hall vent, presumably with a knot, the cord won't be at risk of sliding back out either.
I see. When put like that, whether or not the boiler room vent was closed isn't really relevant.
It's not, to be fair, but, you know, it's a valid concern you had. Good job.
How'd you figure all this out from some shrapnel and an extension cord? This is crazy.
Honestly, I agree with him. As much as I don't like Kai, because let's be fair, he just whines, but he's got a point. Even I see like I'm smarter. I'm not, but realistically, I would not put it together.
At the same time, what he's describing sounds plausible.
Naturally, that's the whole point of a theory.
Since the battery was suspended over the generator, it's no surprise the machine ended up the way it did.
Yeah, since the explosion was so close.
Fortunately for Diana, she was safe by virtue of remaining on the platform. I imagine that was also the killer's intention.
Well, yeah, there's no point having a scapegoat if they're dead.
The killer kept her on the platform?
They must have known they were injecting Wolfgang with a hallucinogenic. So, it's possible they hoped his behavior would scare Diana off from entering the water.
I don't know, that seems a bit of a stretch, personally. I think it was just good fortune. Because, I mean, let's be fair. What if Diana suddenly was like, oh, I need to protect you. I need to, restrain you for your own good. Because let's be fair, he was stringing around a knife. He cut Diana, but like he could have cut himself a lot worse.
Although, even if Diana did die, the moment people realized only she and Wolfgang entered the boiler room, they'd probably call the whole thing a murder gone wrong.
Okay, actually that's valid.
Well, all of this certainly changes things.
Yeah.
Huh?
Because it means that everyone who was in the game room no longer has a valid alibi.
If the killer is someone who needed access to the vent and needed to be operating from the dining hall, then everyone who attended the tournament is a suspect.
Yep.
What?
No, she's right.
No way!
Yes way. One of the tournament attendees is the killer. Seems to be. And that, at least it halves us. Well, I say halves us. The half of 15 is 7.5. Well, we know it's not me, so 7 people. Damn it. How did I not realize it sooner? Because you're not a detective. The fact that the killer could even access the vent means they have to be in the dining hall at the time of Wolfgang's murder.
So we can reduce it down to 8 people. Damon, Kai, Grace, Eva, Cassidy, Jet, Mark, and John.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. We know it's not... I'm pretty sure we know it's not Grace, because if it was Grace, Grace wouldn't need a note for Wolfgang. It could just be like, hey, can you meet me at this time later? I mean, I know that if she did do that, and then when Wolfgang woke up, no, he was stabbed with a hallucinogen, so he wouldn't see Diana. He just sees what he would see anyone, or whoever he did see. So I still think Grace is confirmed innocent. Kai couldn't risk Damon waking up at a random time, so first 3 innocent. Again, like Mark and John, so it's just Eva, Cassidy, and Jet to me.
It was probably Cassidy. She set the whole thing up.
Yeah, but that's also because she likes games. She is the ultimate gamer.
Hey, I was only trying to improve the mood.
For a few seconds it worked, Cassidy. Thanks to you and Jess.
It wasn't me. I was playing a game with Damon when the lights went out.
True.
I had to play music.
That's true as well, so...
Me too.
You had to play music?
You never touched my equipment.
I meant I was watching Kai and Damon play.
So you... okay, and they all can claim that they were watching us play.
I was spectating as well.
Me too.
Me 3. And Cass 2, I think?
Ooh, Jet's defending Cass. Gossip.
I was too focused on the game to remember who was or wasn't there.
Time to look up thumbnails.
If everyone's telling the truth, then all 8 of y'all were crowded round the same spot?
Kinda, yeah. Mark wasn't in the CG because he was in the music. Kai and Damon were in the chairs. Grace was leaning against the chair. Was John in the background? I don't know. Cassidy was leaning over because she was backseat gaming. I don't remember Jet being in it. I don't think Eva was either.
Near the right wall where the TV was set up. It's also the furthest wall from the vent.
True, but it also means all of our backs were turned to the vent.
Seems like someone is lying again.
No, really? The killer's gonna tell the truth? Wow, Winona. You're a genius. The tournament participants who flipped the vents. I could deduce who that was by determining everyone's positioning directly before the blackout. The problem is, I myself was totally preoccupied with the game. I never got a good look at the actual people around me. Never got a good look. Wait, is that it? Well, I never got a good look at the others. I can still deduce their general positions, and if they were near me, from whether or not I heard them. You heard Grace because someone stepped on her foot. Jean suggested the generator idea. Jet panicked the most, I think. Mark is kind of quiet, but he did speak up because I remember pointing out that Mark hadn't said anything, but then he spoke the moment after I said that, right? I think. Kai is obviously too dumb to keep quiet. He screamed like a girl. Think, Damon, think. Who and what did I hear back then? It was you. The only person I never heard was you. John says to the generator. Jet and Cassidy definitely spoke up. Grace, someone stepped on the foot. Mark spoke up, couldn't be Kai. Who's that leave? That leaves Damon. It leaves Eva. I've lost my... Yeah, Cassidy and... Eva, I think.
It has to be you!
Oh, okay. But then again, why would you need... Because again, she could just speak up and then move, right?
The killer is Ava.
Straight out saying it, okay.
Huh?
Ava's the only one whose position I can't account for. Mark was mixing a track at the time Kai and I were playing a game, so I know he must have been stationed at his pad.
Which is like the farthest away from the vent.
And everyone else? I remember hearing their voices over the sound of the game.
Yeah, Cassie was backseat gaming. John has a personalized arcade, which Grace commented on. Jet was Jet cheering on Kai, or was Jet cheering on us? Depending on that answer, depends on how betrayed I feel about Jet. To be fair,
everyone except Ava.
Because Ava was playing on her own handheld, I believe.
In fact, the last I saw her, she was standing in the corner of the room with the vent.
So Ava flipped the vent?
Well, we have to prove that, don't we?
Oh man! And the reason no one heard it is because the music was too loud!
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Don't blame me. I was just doing what I was told.
By who?
No one's blaming you. We're all in on Eva.
Huh? Damn, just dogpiling?
Care to contribute anything, Eva?
True, you should have to defend yourself, yeah.
I didn't flip the vent.
Can you prove that?
Well, Damon says you did.
Okay.
Damon says a lot of things.
Damon's been carrying us through this trial.
While you aren't technically wrong, I don't think that counts as an argument.
Thank you, Ulysses.
His theory is full of plot holes. He just refuses to point them out.
Okay, point them out for me.
What? Plot holes?
Plot holes. Do you mean... I mean, having a theory with holes, fair enough, but there's no plot in it.
The cord.
What?
In retrospect, you were so quick to accuse me that you overlooked a huge problem with the cord.
Which is?
If I'm the killer, how did I dispose of it?
Trick question. You left the cord tied to the vent.
What then? It unraveled by itself and fell into the water?
The explosion knocked it. You just untie it, it slips through the vent. The explosion sends it elsewhere, right?
Yeah, you got me there.
Thanks for trying, Jet. Oh, you won. How did you get rid of the cord? I'm sure it's possible if she knew to untie it at the right time. Listening to the fight. Before the blackout, yeah.
You untied the cord before the blackout even happened.
Someone would have noticed me fiddling with the vent.
No, they wouldn't have. She might be able to. Damn, I'm out of... No! Yes, please. Full health, hooray. How would... when everyone left? Oh, yeah.
You waited for everyone to leave the dining hall and then untied the cord.
We linked Tom's, didn't we?
I went with you guys to investigate. That would have been impossible.
We supposed to get this all wrong? Well, I guess that would mean during the blackout.
I got
okay.
it. To dispose of the cord. You just untied it during the blackout.
Okay.
She untied the knot during a blackout?
Being the one who set up the trap, Ava could have easily practiced untying the knot in advance. Or she just made it a really simple knot.
It wasn't that heavy, was it? Yeah.
Either way, it wouldn't be any more difficult than untying your shoelaces with your eyes closed.
I suppose?
If Ava untied the cord, did it also fall into the water?
Would make sense.
Diana's testimony says as much.
It does?
During your confrontation with Wolfgang, you recounted hearing certain sounds.
All we had was kaboom, right? Not like you. I'll never be like you. I won't give up until the world knows. I won't give up. Till everyone knows me as. Boom. Everything turned white. Except Wolfgang. Yeah, just kaboom. Oh!
The first sound was obviously the battery exploding.
Yeah, no, we assumed it was the body dropping. Okay. But it was actually just the cord hitting. Okay.
And the second, when you first recounted the story, you said it was the sound of the knife hitting the water.
Did she? Okay.
But why would a thin knife make such a big splash?
Did I make a I'm assuming at the time, because I have no memory of this, at the time I did make a joke. Probably use a toilet humor.
Then, do you think...
Yeah, I do think, more than the rest of you.
What really caused that sound was probably the extension cord falling into the water.
When you say it that way, it does seem likelier.
Likelier. That's a decent word. I don't know why. I don't even know why I'm enjoying that word so much.
I should have known.
You should have known. Why?
The kid who lied about her talents and tried to lie about the Tozy trinkets. I should have known.
Okay, cool. Good for you.
I should have known only Eva fucking Sadaka would kill Wolfgang!
The emotions are so unnecessary. I mean, believe it or not, someone informed me of why Grace is so emotional about Wolfgang specifically. But, I don't see it for start. Or rather, I don't know, maybe Chelsea's talking.
You're right that Eva's lied to us several times already.
But she's just a mathlete. How did someone like her come up with something this complicated?
By using mathematics.
Her talent would give her the upper hand in all that measurement nonsense.
Yep.
Even so, the sheer volume of items Eva had to steal
would have been easy if she knew where everyone was.
She's been under heavy suspicion these past few days. How did she sneak into Jet and Desmond's rooms without being noticed?
Valid question.
It's impossible. Wolfgang even got mad at me for being late to the dining hall by a few minutes.
True. And then again, though, why was she under suspicion? Because she had an opinion? Like, I know a majority of the cast are teenagers, but like, this is just bullying and harassment. Like, shout out to Cassidy, Jet, and Diana to be the kindest people who aren't me and Eva. Well, I say me and Eva, because they're not even the kindest either, to be fair.
I've been watched the entire time I've been here. There's no way Jet wouldn't have noticed me taking his battery.
I mean, he didn't even know he had batteries.
Right on. No one steals from me.
Someone did steal from you.
They already did.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark, for being the person who needs to point out the dumbest comment so far. And it's not even Kai.
And anyway, how could I enter the cord through the boiler room vent when I can't even reach the top of the generator?
Not alone you can't, I guess.
If anything, you should be suspicious of the taller students.
True. John, what are you doing? I understand why people are doubtful, but I can't let this the conversation continue like this. Eva did, in fact, have a way to reach the vent, or she had to use with another person. The boxes? Sure, little boxes.
Eva grabbed one of the boxes on the concrete platform.
That's setting myself up. Removing a box would reduce the amount of boxes on the platform from 3 to 2.
Flexing your mathematical prowess, I see.
Damn. -1.
I'm saying Damon would have noticed if a box was missing, since there's so few of them to start with.
Not necessarily.
But he never noticed anything, because there were just as many boxes as there were last time.
Yeah, how convenient that I'm so good at memorizing things that I just so happen to memorize the number of boxes that exist.
Couldn't you just move the box back after using it?
Then the underside of the box would be wet, which it wasn't.
That depends on how long ago it was.
This I can confirm. My notes on the box's exteriors mention nothing about watermarks.
Okay. Then would it just be... Yeah, would it just be these boxes? Okay, then. So it's just different boxes then?
Ava, to reach the top of the generator, you simply stood on one of the boxes in the boiler room.
Sorry. Eva, you did this by standing on a box. I couldn't have done that. If I did that, the box would have been shown as wet. But Eva, you used the box to get on top of the generator. Yeah, you're right. What? Okay.
There's already a huge pile of them near the generator itself. You could easily push one up against the machine.
Ah. She would have known about those boxes in advance, too. Since she explored the boiler room with you ahead of time.
Are you saying that no one else explored the boiler room besides the 4 of us? Well, actually, not even the 4 of us. The 2 of us? Because, let's be fair, there's 4 of us who were inside this building. 5, if you include Toshigo, but she has an alibi. One of them was the victim. So at least 3. The victim specifically lied to one of us, which would be pointless to... Yeah, right? So that's great. So it's still just the 2 of us.
Okay. I could have used the boxes to reach the top of the generator.
Which is what we said the first time. It's very hypocritical of me that I'm getting confused by Grace's emotions, and yet my own emotions are basically leading me to the same responses as Grace.
And I could have fit the cord through both vents if I inserted the right plug.
Okay.
I can do both of those things without attracting suspicion.
Yeah.
What I can't do without attracting suspicion is opening the vent.
Why?
Which vent are we talking about?
The dining hall one. Based on what Damon's saying, it needs to be opened for the killer's trap to
Yeah.
work. But opening it during the tournament is asking to be caught, and opening it before the tournament is useless because Jet, Cassidy, and Mark would see it while setting up.
Oh yeah, you're right. If there was an open vent with a cord tied to it, I would have noticed for sure.
Would you have, though? Because didn't the chairs and stuff get moved to cover it?
Now that Eva mentions it, I'm pretty sure the vent was closed during setup.
It was closed?
See, there's no way I can execute this trap without being caught.
Ah, no. Actually, because the table was moved. Table leg. Chair leg.
It's a stupid trap anyway.
Stupid
All
trap.
The cord and vent stuff is too complicated. There's a billion ways it could go wrong.
Yeah. There is. But where's the actual threat to you?
Damon's just making stuff up. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay. Again, his words should still carry weight. He carried you this far.
What the? That's bullshit.
Can it, you four-eyed troll! You can't talk your way out of this one!
Thanks, Grace, but I've got it handled.
The only person who would be sick-minded enough to kill Wolfgang is you, and only you!
Well, according to the potential 5 more chapters of this game, which will obviously be developed, I don't think that's true, Grace. Well, good to know that you will not kill anyone. At least premeditatively. You could still kill someone out of rage.
Don't you fucking try and tell me otherwise!
Cool. Can I tell you to shut up? Sit down. Grab a juice box, some cheese and crackers, sit in the corner. I'll even give you Kai as a punching bag. You know, let out your frustrations, beat him up a bit. Okay, so what? Are we agreeing with Grace? Timeline, it's the only one we haven't used, right? Out of these, yeah?
You can't say I'm the murderer just because I sat near a vent.
Yeah, I can.
It seems to be pretty good evidence to me.
Okay, thanks, Desmond.
Wolfgang exposed you for the snake you are.
Actually, I'm the snake.
And you despised
She's the
him
crow.
because of it. You have a motive.
Everyone's got a motive,
Perhaps our understanding of the mechanism is wrong?
potentially.
Maybe it wasn't closing the vent that triggered it, but something else?
Do you have any evidence to prove that?
Even if this trap was used, you can't guarantee it operated the way Damon described.
Okay.
How so?
Well, the battery could have been tied to the extension cord with a special knot which can untie by itself after a bit of time passes. There's even less evidence for that!
That's true.
Evidence. No one here cares about evidence.
What do you mean?
I just happened to be at the game tournament. And now you're saying I'm a killer.
Just happened. Never mind what I said about before. Focus on the facts. No, because like you weren't even participating.
say-
Why you just happened to be there?
That seems to be pretty good evidence to me.
Everyone's got a motive. This is why we need. Yeah, I'll try the taunt timeline. Because you weren't part of the games.
You can't.
Okay, yeah.
How so? Well, the battery could have been tied to the
Yeah,
cord.
yeah.
With a special knot which can untie by itself.
At least we're getting rid of the furthest one.
After a bit of time passes. Evidence.
No one. I just.
Nope. There we go. See.
Game tournament. No, that's wrong.
Everyone else, like, fair enough. Mark was the furthest away from the vent. He was still not in the games. He still did music. Everyone else was listed down to play games.
Tournament. In fact, it's not even a coincidence the tournament took place during the murder.
Yeah?
What do you mean?
It was impossible for me to notice this earlier, but the killer timed the tournament so it would grant them an alibi for the murder.
Okay. How does that work? Didn't Wolfgang get the note? Didn't Diana get the note, like, days before even the concept of the tournament existed?
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Are you accusing me of murder again? I thought you said Ava was the culprit.
Jet, calm down, man.
The detective isn't supposed to switch suspects in the last stretch like this. You're totally throwing the audience for a loop, and not in a
You
good
two,
way.
calm down. You're both fine.
Except neither of you played a role in determining what time the tournament would be held. The only person to determine that was Ava.
Yeah? When? When I was training my talents, I did most of my studying at 9 a.m. The brain is most active. Okay, so yeah. So she kind of dropped herself in at them. I think this effect could help our video game skills. 9 a.m. Tony, huh? Wouldn't be the first time. Screw it, let's do 9 a.m. 1 hour after the morning announcement.
Ava knew she would be in the dining hall tomorrow. So when Cassidy announced the tournament, she realized it was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create an alibi for herself.
Fair.
That's insane. How could she have come up with something like that on the
The
spot?
ultimate liar.
It wasn't just for an alibi either. Since Ava knew about the tournament, she could time the setup of her trap accordingly.
Okay. So to answer her question, why neither Cassidy, Jet, nor Mark noticed an open vent, when I think back what Cassidy said, told me earlier today, before the tournament again, I can discern exactly when Eva opened the vent. Good, because I have no idea. At least it's multiple choice. After stacking the furniture. Yeah.
Got it. Cassidy, you told me Ava approached you yesterday and asked to help set up the tournament.
Yeah.
What exactly did she say?
When did I tell you this again?
In the storeroom.
Before the tournament?
After, okay, before the body discovery announcement.
Oh, now I remember.
Okay, cool, because I don't.
Yeah, Eva wanted to see what sort of equipment the tournament needed. After I showed her Mark's stuff and told her we were redecorating the dining hall, she offered to help.
Okay.
Back when this conversation happened, you still hadn't decided what time you were going to start redecorating, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's kind of embarrassing.
Is it the what? What's about what? Okay.
Eva really helped me out, though. She said she would stack the dining hall furniture we weren't going to use later that night.
Oh. How convenient. If only I had evidence of that the furniture was stacked. Right, Eva?
Afterwards, we could focus purely on arranging the technical stuff in the morning.
How convenient.
All right. Then tell me what happened last night.
Jet, Mark, Eva, and I came to the dining hall at around 8:40 p.m. probably.
Okay.
We stacked the table and the dining chairs against the left wall, and the sofas we moved to the middle of the room, maybe a little more to the right.
Okay. So I don't know why my brain's asking, then where did everyone eat? Even though, like, did they just eat standing? Did they eat on the counter? But it's not relevant to the case.
Then we all went back to our dorms.
Did you now?
Well, I was kind of hungry, so I stayed back a few minutes before leaving.
Okay. Didn't need to know, I guess.
Hold the phone. If those sofa chairs were moved to the middle of the room, why did I see one over in the corner this morning?
Because that's where Eva was staying.
Because Eva pushed it there.
Eva what?
She Didn't want to take part in the tournament. Just watch it from the side. That's what she told me.
Yeah, sounds exactly like her though. Good impression.
I never thought it was weird or anything. Some people just like sticking to the walls of rooms, you know?
Yeah, no, I get that. Just because people walk behind you, it's weird. I don't know, having people behind you.
We're talking about the sofa in the upper left corner, aye? The one next to the coffee table.
Also valid reason. Coffee's within arm reach.
Yes, sir, Eva!
Thought your name was John, not Bob.
Yo, when the power went out, I'm pretty sure Damon ran over to that corner to look through... Yeah, a vent!
Did she move the chair there so it would be easier to reach the vent
Would
later?
make sense.
Why would I when Cassidy just said the vent was closed during setup?
It was closed last time she checked.
Because you were covering for yourself in advance.
Huh?
The vent may not have been open at the time, but I'm willing to bet that's because you were still creating your trap.
In what way?
Well, people weren't even, yeah.
Let's say Ava took a detour for the boiler room first, and slid the internal plug through both vents. After going upstairs and helping rearrange the dining hall furniture, during which she moves a sofa chair so it obscures the vent, she heads outside and hides until everyone else goes to bed. Then, she walks back in and opens the vent.
Makes sense.
So Eva took complete advantage of them?
Whoa, a killer would do that? How could they? It's so villain.
Not my fault those two are so trusting.
Yeah, but it's not like you didn't trust them either.
You think a big guy like me was gonna be afraid of some mathlete? No way!
Well, to be fair, Jet, this mathlete has killed someone.
I mean, she did lie about a lot of important things.
Like...
Her talent being...
Is that really important, to be fair? I mean, I guess in this situation it would be, because then we know what everyone's good at.
She also cried and fled the scene after we found out, no?
How is that important?
I just thought it was cool. She wanted to help me out.
Yeah, I mean, in this situation, yeah, they're trying to make a bonding exercise between people. Someone volunteers to help with the bonding exercise. I can't blame the two of them.
Hey, can we backtrack a little? To before all this Ava talk?
Okay, what do you want?
Why? What happened?
It's to do with the chair's position.
Okay, why? The chair?
You guys keep saying it was in front of the vent, but Damon stood in front of the vent during the blackout.
Meaning it was moved.
If the chair was in the position you all say it was, it should have blocked him from crouching in front of the vent.
Ava probably just moved it during the blackout.
Yeah.
Before the blackout, it was positioned with its back to the left wall.
Okay.
However, when I ran over to the vent, the chair was suddenly pushed up against the northern wall, out of the vent's range.
Honestly, yeah, no, I didn't expect this to be the room layout. I thought it looks a bit different when you're actually watching it, looking at it from perspective.
Ava must have shifted the chair while everyone was initially panicking from the blackout.
Someone stepped on my foot.
I'm guessing she hoped people would misremember its position and think it was always along the northern wall.
Oh, man! So I totally fell
No one expected great things from Mikai anyway.
I also remember seeing a speaker in that corner.
Huh?
Yeah, about that. This morning, Jet, Mark, and I arrived at the dining hall a little after 8 a.m., then Eva came a few minutes later.
So you three were together the entire time. Okay.
She helped us put together Mark's equipment, which was stationed in the lower right corner of the room. And then she volunteered to place speakers around the room while Jet and I set up the TV next to the fireplace.
What was Mark doing? Testing things out?
Moving a speaker near the vent. Did Eva do that to drown out Diana and Wolfgang's scuffle?
Honestly, that would make sense.
Yeah, and in turn exacerbate the effects of the other speakers. There were almost a dozen spread throughout the dining hall. Some even sandwiched into corners they didn't need to be. Eva probably placed them that way to cover as much ground as possible.
Still.
I mean, still, makes sense.
Eva entered the dining hall at 8:10 a.m., right? So wouldn't it be impossible for her to knock out Lawyer Man at 8:15 a.m.?
She did? It would be impossible.
According to Eva, she arrived around 8:10 a.m. But it's possible she actually arrived much later.
Well, that would have to depend on Mark's equipment, right?
Since there's no clock in the dining hall, he just couldn't have known.
There is a clock there, though. It's the musical equipment.
In fact, that might be why Ava seemed so eager to arrange Mark's equipment in the morning. Upon realizing it had a clock, she wanted to ensure it would only be powered on after she arrived.
Okay, makes sense.
It seems the setup of this trap occurred across 3 phases.
Okay, give us the recap.
Phase 1 took place in the boiler room and involved tying a lithium battery to an extension cord.
I mean, where was that placed beforehand, right? Because, like, otherwise, because it couldn't have been pulled up, because that would imply it's in the water beforehand. But, well, I guess if you untie it.
The cord was then slid through the grates of the closed boiler room vent, presumably until it almost poked out the other end of the ventilation
It would
shaft.
have to.
Phase 2, by contrast, was carried out in the dining hall. The aforementioned cord was tied around the dining hall vent, which was then left open. This must have happened after Cassidy, Mark, and Jet were already done redecorating.
Sounds like it.
For the third and final phase, the battery was carefully suspended over the generator.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
All these steps combined created a pulley system, which could only be triggered by closing the dining hall vent. Is there anything I'm missing?
Probably. If I know this game based on the past 3 argues we've had, Eva's gonna argue next.
How I closed the vent.
With your hands.
Huh?
No one has explained how I closed the dining
With
hall
your hands.
vent. Obviously, I didn't do it during the blackout. According to Damon, the blackout can only happen after the vent is closed.
Valid.
So, I must have stood up, gone behind the chair, and closed the vent during the
Sounds like
tournament.
it.
That's stupid.
Stupid.
Someone is definitely going to notice that sort of conspicuous
How?
movement. It doesn't matter if that someone is on the opposite side of the room. They're going
Not if
to
everyone
notice.
was preoccupied with the video games.
How did we overlook such an obvious discrepancy?
Nice try, Toshiko, but it's not. Don't worry about it. Eva's just lying. Eva's right. Standing up would look really suspicious. Which is exactly why she used that to circumvent that problem. What is it? What is it that she used? Oh, it's a reclining chair.
This is it. The location of your chair bypasses this problem
It's
entirely.
reclining.
To close the vent, all you need to do is set the chair to recline and reach
Yeah, fair
behind
enough.
you.
Set the chair to recline.
Yeah, it's one of those lean back chairs. Honestly, pretty good kind of chair. Should invest in it, yeah.
All the dining hall chairs have the ability to recline. Some were already set to that position at the start of the tournament,
The one that seemed like we were sitting on, what did?
including Ava's. With her chair in recline, Ava can easily reach down and close the vent without shifting from her position.
Valid.
It's not perfectly inconspicuous, but it's subtle enough to not catch most people's attention. Especially those focused on watching a video game competition.
Yeah, no, it makes sense.
Well, am I wrong?
Of course she's going to say we're wrong.
This isn't funny.
I don't hear anyone laughing.
Just because I was sitting in front of the vent doesn't mean I was the one who triggered the mechanism.
Okay. But it does mean you had a chance to. It means that you are likely a murderer. If you are not, you can easily prove it.
No one can sneak up behind you without drawing attention. Especially when all the lights were still on.
That's just dumb! Where I was sitting shouldn't make me a murderer.
Then prove it.
Even so, with everything we've spoken about,
Everything? Did you already forget what was
Which
said
was?
earlier? Just look at all the items I would need to set up
Yeah.
this murder. The battery, the extension cord, the rolling pin, the taser, the syringe, and the supposed drug used with it. How could I have collected all of those
That's
things?
a valid point, I suppose. The gotcha machine. You said you got that. You got the nondescript handheld console from there.
Wolfgang and everyone else hated me because I lied about my talent. They were on their guard whenever I was around.
Hated, past tense? Sure. You mean hate currently? Because it doesn't seem like you've gotten any better reputation.
You think Jet and Desmond would just let me walk into their rooms and take their stuff?
If Jet was distracted talking to Marco Cassidy, yeah. Desmond, not so much.
That's true. We still haven't explained how she robbed 2 people's rooms without being
Valid.
caught.
Unless you can prove I had the chance to get all this stuff, you can't make me out to be the killer.
Okay, but we can argue anyone couldn't have had that chance. Damon is just as likely to have been on guard, or have people on guard around them. Even Eloise threatened to kill him, just for going to get medicine.
Fine. I'll show proof. Only you could obtain the items necessary for this
Okay,
murder.
good. At least one of us knows how. Multiple choice. You've had blackmail. Desmond blackmail. Damn. Did you rub Desmond into this? Ask nicely.
I got it.
Ava, you were well aware of the existence of those
Fair.
items. For starters, everyone heard about Jet's battery. It was common knowledge due to his boast.
No offense, guy, but yeah, kind of your own fault in that.
Wait, so it's all my fault?
Not all your fault, but I mean, you didn't help the situation.
Since the dorms aren't locked, you could have easily snuck in and grabbed the battery while no one was inside.
Yeah.
The battery is lightweight too, so you wouldn't have trouble carrying it. For the rest of your plan, the syringe and drugs are both readily available in the pharmacy. And as for the taser, you may not have known about its existence right away, but you still had every incentive to search Desmond's room, because you received his blackmail.
Eva? You knew my blackmail this whole time and never said anything?
Well, I mean, she never said anything to you, Desmond.
So what?
Huh?
So what if I knew? I wasn't the only one. Damon knew your blackmail
But I was
as
busy
well.
playing video games.
Oh, yeah. He read it out loud to everyone earlier, didn't he?
Yeah.
Damon knew almost everything I did. He knew where the items used in this murder were stored. He knew the layout of the boiler room and the storage
True,
closets.
but I was on
He
playing the
knew all
video
sorts of
games.
things. The only thing he didn't know is the one thing more important than any piece of physical evidence.
The hell are you talking about?
See, you still
No
don't
one else
know.
knows.
You still don't know that we never saw eye to
Okay, and?
Huh?
Eye to eye on the not killing each other
True,
stuff?
yeah. She didn't listen, we did. Well, I say we. Damon did.
On Wolfgang. Damon saw the way Wolfgang scolded me and treated me like a bad guy, and he thought I hated him the same way he did.
Yeah.
But unlike Damon, I never wanted Wolfgang to
Okay.
die.
What the?
Whoa! That's a loaded
It is.
accusation.
Not a first for
Yep.
this trial.
If you thought you saw the worst of Damon after the dummy trial, you underestimate just how low he can
Okay.
stoop. I practically risked my life pretending to be his ally, but in return, he let me see the extent of his
Okay.
deceitfulness.
How does this any relate to the murder at all? If anything, you're attacking reputation rather than using logic.
Which is why I can tell everyone that Damon has Wolfgang's
True.
blackmail.
Oh gosh.
Eva, you.
Any reason you didn't tell us this earlier?
Well, I didn't think it was incriminating at first.
Okay.
Not even when he refused to come forward
Yep.
about it?
That was weird, but I didn't want to make accusations at the time because it could have just been his ego
Uh-huh.
talking. Only after watching him reject the taser gun over this dumb mechanism he made up did I realize I had potential evidence on my hands.
Really? Okay.
Damon, Do you have your blackmail on you? Don't worry about reading it out loud or anything. Just show the image. That's all you gotta do.
Fair enough. Did Eva really never trust me? Why then did she disclose so much to me? Why did she tell me? Ultimate liar, I suppose. Now, this can't be at the forefront of my mind right now. I'm on the cusp of bringing this case to a close. What Eva thinks about me shouldn't matter. What she thinks about me. Yeah. We the only... Yeah, refuse to listen, Wolfgang. Cool. So that could be a form of manipulation. Damn it. The entire time I've just been judging the others for how trusting they are, and not even realizing. I was blindly following the words of a stranger. Now everyone here, they're gonna hold this blackmail crap against me. Even more if I just came forward earlier. Even so, what choice do I have? No one will let the discussion continue unless I tell the truth.
Fine. I'll show it. But only the picture. As requested.
With those words, I retrieved the envelope from my pocket. I pulled out the photo.
He's
No,
married.
apparently this is his father.
Ingrid, Wolfgang doesn't have blue eyes.
What eyes do we have?
So, who is this then? His parents?
I mean, why else would the guy
Could be
look
an older
like him?
brother. Or a younger brother. Well, you know, the older brother.
Given the year this photo was taken, these two people must be his
Yeah.
parents. Look at what's printed at the bottom. April 17th, 2001. We know how old Wolfgang is because of the student reports. In 2001, he wasn't even born yet.
But why his parents? Are they being held against their
We can't
will?
really say that, to be fair.
You can't leave us hanging, Damo! You gotta read out what it
We
says!
just agreed not to.
That's not what was asked of me. And even if I had to, I don't think someone who can't explain himself should have his secrets revealed to everyone.
Some things are better left
Thank you, John.
unsaid.
For the record, I know what Wolfgang's blackmail says, but it didn't change my outlook on him. I don't think it's possible for anyone to hate someone like Wolfgang. He was always brave in the face of sheer adversity.
What?
And encouraged everyone else to act likewise.
He actively, hypocritically lied to Grace. What?
Wolfgang challenged me to be a better person. Wolfgang challenged all of us to be better people.
No, he did not.
And maybe Ava simply couldn't rise to his
Seems that way.
challenge.
Don't listen to him. He's trying to divert everyone from the truth.
Don't listen to him.
Even though Wolfgang and I didn't always see eye to eye, my respect for him and his talent
That's
never
true, you
wavered.
did bring up talents before.
Why would someone like me harm him? Me, who's been leading this trial much the same way he led the one before.
You want to run that by me again, please, Damon? Like you ran the one before?
I may have questioned the idea no one here would kill, but that doesn't make me someone who wants to see bloodshed.
He does. He does want
You're
bloodshed.
panicking too much.
We have all the proof he's a cold-blooded killer. Wolfgang's blackmail, which he lied about
A
having.
lie of omission.
But wasn't Damon playing?
Nothing he says should be trusted. Nothing he says about me or anything
Thank
else.
you, Diana, for actually having your brain cell.
It is odd that we place faith in a man who does not have faith in us.
You didn't. You have never put faith in me, though. Or Damon.
So much so, these discussions are mostly led by his own conjecture.
Damon isn't the killer, though. Why would he try to
Thank
mislead
you, Kai.
anyone?
See? Right. Okay. Comparison time. Analogy. I may dislike Kai, but he's defending me. Gotta respect him for that.
Like, he and I were playing a game when the murder happened, and multiple people can
Yeah.
vouch for us.
Not to mention, the things he's been saying make a lot of sense.
Truth has no personal alliance. That's why.
Thank you, John. You philosopher, you. Oh, man. You should have been the group leader, not Wolfgang.
Even if he wasn't here, we'd arrive at the same conclusion anyway.
Hey, let's not get ahead of yourself, Grace. You who accused Diana?
Depends who you mean by we.
Winona could, yes. Grace, no. Kai? No, you'd have to, you're a sheep, man. Sorry. John, maybe. Cassidy's also maybe, as well as Jet, depending on who they're working with. Mark and Ulysses kind of leaning towards yes. Diana could, depending on how she played her cards.
Then you all still think
well, it's
I'm
not
the
me.
killer?
Someone needs to be voted by the end of this.
Don't just say it like
I mean,
that.
is he wrong though? We have to vote someone, so it has to be someone we're voting for. The face of someone who's very calm. And you're wearing You're wearing a helmet. You're wearing a helmet.
How would I know?
How would you know what?
How would I know when to drop it?
You are a mathlete. It's a matter of measurement, not just in time, but in liquid and stuff, right? In volume.
Drop
battery.
What?
The battery! Damon says the killer dropped the battery when Diana was already in the boiler room. But how would I know when Diana was in the boiler room?
You would know that.
It's not as if I could listen out for her. The music speakers are too loud. And the dining hall has no clocks, so it'd be impossible for me to know if it was 8:45 a.m.
You're a mathlete. You can just count. The console, the handheld console with non-description, could also have a clock on. We wouldn't know.
Right. Only Mark's DJ pad had a clock.
She's the ultimate mathlete. She's counting it. She's counted
Maybe
60
Ava asked Mark
seconds
for the
each time.
She never spoke
Yeah,
to
you were
me.
across the opposite side of the room.
We never spoke! I never even got up from my chair! Besides, how could I be sure Diana arrived on time anyway? If you can't explain how I knew when to drop the battery, then shut up and stop accusing me!
So, hold on. Was the lock already, sort of automatic? Or did... Because that is something, who locked Diana in if it was not automatic? I think we've already covered that, to be fair. Even makes a decent point. How did she drop the battery in time? She's the ultimate mathlete. Did she just rely on chance? No, that doesn't seem likely. Her entire plan fails if the timing isn't right. Come on, think. If my years as a bit have taught me anything, I need to look at this from every single angle. Her talents. If I just take the time, takes from the top, well, assuming Eva is the killer, it's talent. She checked the what? I'm gonna guessed.
You think I
mean,
guessed?
your talent must have been a better way to make that argument. No, yeah. Okay, so it's something to do with Diana.
I wouldn't
So
be
she would
able
have to have heard Diana. Okay. Oh, she saw.
I got it.
Getting my senses mixed up.
The only way the killer would have known when to spring their trap was by seeing Diana enter the room.
How?
Any uncertainty would ruin the plan, and the dining hall was too loud to hear anything over.
So where did she watch Diana from? There's only two possible places. It would have the camera? I don't know why. I'm gonna go to the vents. Two possible places. I mean it.
trying to look into the boiler
Okay.
room through.
The camera, I guess. That's only where someone could watch through. Oh, okay.
This is it.
How could you have seen through the camera?
It's impossible to see anything from the vent, which means the only way anyone could see into the
Was it the
room
camera?
was by using the school
But
cameras.
how could that would okay?
Say what?
I don't understand how, but Ava must have used the camera.
Okay, and this is. Please explain. Please explain. Please explain.
Is she working with the kidnappers?
She would have to be if she's got access to the cameras.
Are you kidding me? How the hell would I have access to the camera?
To the camera. In order to actually see what was happening on the security cameras, what would you even need access to? Naturally, it would have to be some sort of screen. The DS! Screen, huh? Thinking back on all the various clues we've discussed, I can't pinpoint anything which actually provides that. Now, question of that feels like deja vu, doesn't it? With all the other options ruled out, I can only turn to ones that still remain. The one thing that is yet to discuss. Eva, it's time to bring an end to what you started. For better or worse, this one will be your final lie. It's time to solve the final piece of the puzzle. However, it won't be without a fight. Announcing argument, altercation. Okay, so noise bullet is okay. Mega bullet is F. Okay. Okay, so it's a spacebar white bullets which destroy statements. Destroying statements and create statement. Okay. Okay. Is interesting. Fair enough. So. Okay, so move with was charge up with spacebar F for the to attack Eva herself. Okay. That seems to be the thing. Interesting art. Hello there.
I just
Did you
wanted
though?
to help. This
Did you
isn't
though?
fair. This isn't fair.
Okay.
There's no proof I killed
Stop.
Wolfgang. There's no proof I just wanted to help.
Did you though?
Who cares about the camera? Why would
Ow.
I kill anyone?
Ow.
Who cares about the camera? Why would
Ow.
I kill anyone? Why would I kill any? Why would I kill anyone?
Why would anyone kill anyone?
I didn't see any. Damon.
Yeah.
I thought you trusted
Well, clearly
me.
not.
Who cares about the camera?
Oh, it's embedded.
There's no proof I killed Wolfgang.
Ow.
Why would I kill anyone? I didn't see anything. Who cares
ca-
about
what?
the camera? It's Damon who's
So you
suspicious.
trusted me.
There's no proof I killed Why? This isn't
It's
fair.
never fair.
Why
Ow.
would I kill anyone? Who cares about the
That's not
camera?
good.
Why would I kill anyone?
Okay, one more.
It's
Why
Damon
won't you
who's
Why?
suspicious.
Why won't we believe you?
I just wanted to. Who cares about
Oh,
the
jeez.
camera?
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Why would I kill anyone? Who cares about the camera? I didn't see
How convenient.
anything.
The crows. Oh, jeez.
I
Fighting
didn't
hella.
see anything.
Feast for my crows.
It's Damon who's suspicious. It's
Shield's almost down.
This isn't
Ow.
fair. I didn't see anything. I just
I'm
wanted
almost
to
dead.
help. There's no proof I killed Wolfgang. How
Eva's
could I access the
personal
security camera?
game console.
It's over.
That looks good.
Ava,
That's good art.
we know the truth.
No! Don't kill me!
No, don't kill me.
What you said was true, Ava. Whether or not the trap works depends on if the killer can see inside the boiler room.
Yep.
Which begs the question, how does the killer see inside? They can't just get on their knees and
True.
peek through the vent. Everyone in the dining hall
Yep.
would notice. Besides, the vent probably offers very little in the way of an actual view
Yep.
of the room.
Exactly! It's
You
impossible!
agree with us then? Nice.
Right. It's impossible. From this particular angle, if I switch perspectives, your entire argument comes completely
The argument that. Well, okay.
What do you mean?
Ava assumes I'm taking only one factor into account. Her position at the time of Wolfgang's murder. Little does she know that in ruling out that factor, she's led me straight to
That-
another.
The headmaster would see everything.
A certain item which could have granted her the ability to see inside the boiler room. An item that, like the chemical smell, only makes sense when all other options have been ruled out. The game console she brought with her to the tournament.
That's a very large leap in logic.
Ava had a
Yep.
game console?
She wanted to get in the spirit of the tournament without being directly involved. Or so she claimed. But when every other option has been ruled out, what else can we look to but the one that's yet to be addressed?
Okay.
Are you saying she saw inside the boiler room using
Apparently.
the console?
So it played live footage
Apparently.
of the room?
Sounds like a
I
stretch.
agree, 100%.
If I'm wrong, Ava should be able to prove her innocence.
By saying that that's not what the console does? I guess by turning it on, maybe, if you still got it with her.
Go on, Ava. Show
Okay.
us the console.
Huh?
I don't think she has the console on her, dude.
She has to. She never had an opportunity to slink away and dispose
Okay.
of it.
Well, what about the blackout?
When the blackout first hit, people were disorientated for about a minute at most. Ava likely spent those 60 seconds undoing the cord
I mean,
and moving
yeah,
the chair.
but what about during the investigation? All she had to do was wait until it ended to put it away.
Between then and
Which
now,
she was with us, I
she's
guess.
never been alone. The only exception was when she and I split up to investigate the dining hall
There
and the
we go,
dorms
see?
respectively. However, the laundry room, dining hall, and courtyard all had people in them, so I doubt she hid the console in any of those rooms.
And the janitor closet? That room has been locked for days now. She obviously couldn't hide the console there.
Which means it must still be on her person.
Makes sense.
Like I said earlier, if I'm wrong about the console, you can take it out right now and show everyone its contents.
I'm gonna call it there. Depending on how much is left, because we're getting close to the end. We haven't done the comic panel thing, so there's still a bit left. Otherwise, we'll just get a very short episode next time. But hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully I can see you in the next one with that. Goodbye.